Hello and welcome to ATech. My name is Akshay, and today in the part 5 of C# tutorials for beginners, we will see what is data type conversion or typecasting in C#. So let's just quickly see what are the contents that we will be discussing in today's tutorial. We will see what is typecasting, what is upcasting and downcasting, or it is also called as implicit typecasting or explicit typecasting, that we will be discussing. Also we will see what is boxing and unboxing in C#. Okay, so if you recollect from my second video of this tutorial series, then in that video I have discussed about what is boxing. So at that time I have told you guys that I will be discussing in a great detail what is boxing and unboxing. So here we will be discussing in a great detail what is boxing and unboxing today, so don't worry about that. And we will be discussing what are the differences between boxing and unboxing. So first of all, what is the standard definition of typecasting? It is the process of converting data type of an entity to another data type. So what does that mean? Don't worry about that. We will see that in action, so don't worry. And what is typecasting divided into? That is divided into first, that is implicit typecasting, which is also called as upcasting. So why it is called as, I will show you. And second, that is explicit typecasting, which is also called as downcasting. Okay, so what is implicit casting, or why it is called as upcasting? So converting a smaller type to a larger type is called as upcasting. It is implicitly, that is automatically done by CLR, and that is why called as implicit casting as well. So now what is CLR? I have explained you that in a very great detail in my .NET Frameworks tutorial. If you don't aware of this CLR, then please check that video first. Link you will be find in the description below. So coming back to this video, now here it is one example, that is converting this smaller type to its larger type. So this is also called as upcasting. Now we will see that in action, so don't worry, you will understand that what this means. Okay, now explicit casting, that is downcasting. Converting a larger type to a smaller type is called as downcasting. It needs to be done explicitly, that is manually, by the developers, and that is why called as explicit casting as well. So example, that is, now we have discussed what are the types in C#. In the second video of this tutorial series, if you have not watched that video, if you have not seen that, just go and watch that first in order to understand this better. So we know this double type. So we know this double type can store more data than as compared to this float, long, int, char. So this is a larger type, and if we are going to convert this larger type to its smaller types, then that will be a downcasting, and that will be explicitly, and that needs to be done explicitly by ourselves, so, or by developers. So how that I will show you guys, don't worry about that. And for that let's just go to Visual Studio directly. We will see everything into an action there, so don't worry. Okay, so here it is one simple console application, and now for that to understand, let's just take one simple example. Okay, let's say I have take this integer type variable, that is number, and I have stored that 50 value here, and I have stored 50 as my value to this variable. Okay, and now let's say I have this float type of variable, and let me just take variable as number f to denote that this is a floating number, this is a floating type number. Okay, and let me store this number into this float. Okay, and let's just print that number to the console. Okay, that is not giving us any compile time error. Okay, as you can see here, and neither it will give us any runtime error. So that I will also show you, and why it is not giving that. Okay, so just quickly run this. Okay, it is printing that 50. Now if you guys might be wondering why it has not thrown any error, why it has not given us any compile time error. So even though this number f is of type float, and this number is of type integer and we are storing this integer to this variable which is of type float. So why it has not thrown any error, or why it has not given any kind of a compilation time error? So it is because this is called as upcasting, and it is implicitly done by CLR, that is compiler. So we don't need to worry about this implicit casting, because when we have learned types in C#, at that time I have shown you one chart that this float type can store bigger values as compared to this integer value. So that is why this smaller value can be stored into this bigger value. So no doubt in that. But if you try to do vice versa, like this, okay, if I would have taken this as a float, okay, and if I try to store into the variable which is of type int, so this is not possible. As you can see, it is throwing compile time error itself, or we can say it is giving us an error right there. If you hover your mouse here, that red squiggly line indicates that use of okay, sorry, first I need to store this variable here, okay, and it should give us an error, okay, and that red squiggly line, what it says, cannot implicitly convert type float to int. An explicit conversion exists. Are you missing any cast? Okay, so this is the time we have to done this in conversion explicitly. So how that we can do? Now if we know the variable that is of integer type, in this type we have to store this value. So then we can do something like this. We can use this cast operator. So basically this bracket, this is nothing but your casting operator. So what are the operators and what are the different operators in C# that we will be learning in a next video of this tutorial series, so don't worry about that. But for now, this is your cast operator, and in that cast operator I have provided int here because we want to store this value to this variable which is of type integer. So we have to cast that value to the integer type. So that's how we have casted that value to the integer type. And now if you run, it will run, and it is not anyway giving us any error. Okay, so now as you can see, it is running, it is giving us that output. So this is basically called as upcasting, also called as explicit casting. Okay, when you try to store any bigger value to a smaller value of type, of whatever type, so in that case we have to use explicit cast. Okay, and that's how you can use that. Now is that a single way to do so? No. In C# they have provided some classes, like you can use that classes. So there is one class that is convert, there is one class that is convert dot to int32. Okay, and we know that int32 and int are nothing but the same, that int is only an alias for the int32, and that also we have all discussed in the types in C# video. So that's why I'm recommending you guys that if you have not seen that video, so watch that video first. Okay, so coming back to this video, and that is also another way you can convert this value of type float to this integer type by using this convert dot class, and in that class there is a method to int32, and that will convert our float type to the integer type, or whatever type to the integer type. Okay, so that is also one way. Now there is another way. We can use type int, and in that type int there is a method that is parse, and that's how also we can parse this number. But again, this parse method, what it expects string. Okay, as you can see here, it is expecting a string. So what we can do, we can convert that value to string. Okay, and that's how we are converting, or we are parsing this value first to the string. This is also one type of conversion. Okay, we have converted that to string, and we are passing that to the method which is contained in this int, that is parse method, and that's how we are also can convert this, or we can or what we can say, we can make an explicit conversion like this as well. Okay, and if I run this, it will also run. Okay, so that is what explicit conversion and implicit conversion takes place in C#. Now let's try to take another example. Okay, maybe let's say we will take one string here. Okay, string name, and let's take that string as Akshay. Okay, and now we know, as it is already a string, so we don't need to convert that to string. So let's just try to store that string directly into this parse method. Okay, like this, and that's how you can even convert that variable of type string to int as well. So that is also possible, but there is one problem. Okay, though you have converted that string to integer, no doubt in that, but we know this string is a reference type and this int is a value type. Now what is reference type and value type, that also we have all discussed in the video tutorial, that is types in C#, so please check that out. So we know this string is a reference type, and though it is not giving us any compile time error, but it will give us a runtime error. Okay, so how I will show you that. If I run this, okay, so it is throwing an exception, that is input string was not in a correct format. Okay, so basically that input string is not in a correct format, and that we are converting to integer, and that is why it is giving us that error. Now there is again one method which is contained in this int, that is int try parse. So that's how before converting anything you can check that out. If it is able to convert that thing, we should check that if it is really can store, if it is really can convert whatever value you are passing or whatever value you are trying to convert. Okay, so let me show you that. Now this try parse, what it is expecting, it is expecting one string and output result, that is integer. So whatever result you want to store, that you have to take as out parameter. Okay, like this, and you have to take this name as a string. Let me give you that. Okay, int number, here we will take a number 1. Okay, and now we have passed this string to as a first parameter to this int try parse, and now what it is expecting, that is second parameter, it is expecting one output one out parameter. Okay, so what is the out parameter, don't worry about that, we will be discussing in a very great detail in our later videos, so don't worry about that. Now okay, and we know we have to pass that with out keyword. Okay, yes, we have to check that, because if you can see, this try parse is returning bool. That is basically what it will tell you, whatever string you will pass in this method, it tells that string can be parsed into int or not. So that will return basically true or false. If it can convert that string, then it will return true. If it is not, then it will return false. Okay, so that is what it is saying. So now we know we have to convert that to int. Okay, so that's why we have passed that here. So that is why we have passed one out parameter, that is integer type parameter here, and now that we have to store into some boolean type, that is, let's say, variable name as a check. Okay, we will check that if it can parse that string value to integer or not. Okay, so that we will see. Let me just correct that thing first. Okay, what it says, number 1. Okay, so I have to pass number 1 here. Okay, and okay, so we don't need to take out here. Okay, we have to only pass that parameter as a out parameter. Okay, so why this out parameter, I will be explaining in a very great detail to you guys what are these out parameter. Also there is a ref parameter, you can pass any value and you can store that is ref here like this. This is also one parameter type. So what all this I will be explaining to you guys in a very great detail, so don't worry about that. But for now, just keep in mind that as soon as you have passed this parameter as the out keyword out here, we know this method is returning this bool, but if you want to return this parameter or this value as well, then you can pass that as out parameter. So basically what it will do, it will no doubt return true or false to this variable, but it will return this value as well, and it will store that result to this number 1. Okay, so that we will see. And also there is one condition: if it is able to convert this string to the integer, then it will return true, and if that so, then and then only this result will be stored into this parameter, otherwise it will not. And also it will give a false result to this check. Okay, so that we will see, don't worry about that. Let us just see that first, if it can convert that. Okay, we will print that check variable here, and we will try to run that. Okay, so what it says, it is false there. Okay, basically it cannot convert this string to this integer type. So that is what this try-parse method does. Okay, so basically at the type of conversion, we have to know that what we are even trying to convert into which the data type. So that also we have to keep in mind at the time of conversion. So that is what this method is doing here. We have to check that if it can really convert that thing to another data type. Okay, so and now if I try to show you this number 1 here, if I try to print here, it will print 0 only. Okay, it is printing that 0 because that is unable to parse that string to the integer, and that have returned false to this check variable, and that is why it is not converted any result. So there is no result in this number 1, so it is taking that predefined value, that is 0, that we have initialized here. Okay, so that is what typecasting in the C#. Now we will see what is boxing and unboxing in C#. So for that, let's just go to our slide. So as you can see here, what is boxing? What it says, it is the process of converting value type to its base reference type, that is object, from which it is inheriting or implementing that type in case of interfaces, which is implicitly done by CLR. Now what this everything means, I will show you in an action, and also I will explain you what this really means. Okay, so don't worry about that. Now what is unboxing? It is the process of converting reference type to its inheriting value types, which needs to be done explicitly. Okay, so that I will show you. Consider this example. We know this is stack memory and this is heap memory, and if you guys not aware of this memory and what is value type and reference type, again I am recommending to you guys that you should watch what is value, that you should watch my second video tutorial in this C# tutorial, that is types in C#. So that you have to watch first, otherwise you will not understand what is boxing and unboxing. Okay, so we know value types are all stored into this stack and reference type are stored into heaps. And basically how boxing and unboxing unfolds, for that we will take one example first in the Visual Studio. So for that, let's just go to Visual Studio. Okay, now let's just take one example. Let's say we have one variable int I is equal to, and we are storing 20 to that variable. Okay, and we have one variable of type object. Now we have not yet discussed what is object type, that is what reference type in detail in this tutorial series, but whenever we will be discussing, so we will be discussing in a great detail what is object, what is reference type in C#. But for now, let's just consider this is one reference type, that is object, and we have taken one variable, and now we are trying to store this value type to this reference type, and it will not give us any error. It will easily convert that value type to reference type implicitly, because I have already told you the implicit type conversion we don't worry about, we don't need to take care of that. The CLR will manage that. And what CLR does, so this is nothing but called as boxing. So coming back to our slide, as you can see, this is one integer and we are storing this 20 to this I, and we are storing that I to this object variable. So basically why it is not giving us any error, because this is called as boxing. That is what it is, what you can see here. This is called as boxing and it is implicit. So we don't need to take care about that. That CLR will manage that. What CLR does, it takes that value type, as you can see here. If you read this point, boxing wraps this value of a value type to the variable of object type and stores that to the manage heap. Okay, like this. Basically this variable of object type is pointing, or basically what we can say, it is holding the reference of this value in this stack, but where this value actually exists in this managed heap. So why this is called as managed heap? Because CLR is managing that. That is why it is called as managed heap. Now that is also I have explained you in a great detail in my .NET Frameworks tutorial, so please check that out. Coming back to this video, so this is called as boxing, and which is implicit. But again, now what we want to do, we want to store this reference type back to any value type. For that we will take one int gem variable here and we will try to store that obj here. But if you can see, it is throwing an error. That red squiggly line tells that cannot implicitly convert type object to int. An explicit conversion exists, are you missing a cast? Okay, so that is why this operation we have to done explicitly, and that is what we can call unboxing. I will show you. As you can see, we know we are trying to accessing or basically store this 20, that is value type, which is wrapped in this object type into this value type. So this is what we have to do explicitly by performing cast operator, by performing casting here. That is what you can see here. We have performed, that is casting here, that is explicit casting, and that is what called as unboxing. So if you read this point, unboxing extracts the value from an object on managed heap and store that to a variable of type value that is present on this tag, and that is called as unboxing. So that we will see in an action. Now we know this is throwing an error. Now if you explicitly cast that to int, then that red squiggly error will be gone. And now if you try to run, or now if you try to show that to the console, we can do that. Okay, console.writeLine, and if you print that j here like this, sorry, it will not give us any error. If you try to run, okay, it is showing that 20 as an output. So this is what basically boxing and unboxing in C#. Okay, now what are the difference between this boxing and unboxing? Boxing, it is the process of converting value type to its base reference type. Now what does this really means? Now this is, at this time, this is a little bit confusing, I know, because what we are saying, it is the process of converting value type to its base reference type. But what that really means, now we know, and at the time of types in C# video tutorial, we have learned that all the type are directly or indirectly inherited from object type. That is, object is in the system namespace, there is one class object. It is the base type of all the types in C# that we have discussed in types in C#. Okay, so that is why whenever that value type is also going to convert we will going to convert that value type into reference type, so that will be going to convert directly or indirectly or ultimately into the object type, and That is why this is implicit process, because we know object is a base type of every types in project, every types in C#. So that is why this is also called as it is an implicit process which is done implicitly by CLR. That is why it is able to manage that. And in contrast, what is unboxing? It is the process of converting reference type back to its inheriting value type. So that is why it is explicit, because we know this is reference type and this is this is a bigger type actually, and we have to convert that to a smaller type, that is value type. So that is why that process is also an explicit process. So it is an explicit process and needs to be done explicitly by developer. Now this is the same example we have just taken, that is in boxing, that is int I is equal to 20, and you are storing that I to this obj of type object. So that is implicit and that is called as boxing. And in contrast, in this example, we are taking one variable I and we are storing 20 to it, and we are assigning that I to obj of type object. And when we are trying to store that obj back to any value type, then explicit cast is required, that is something like this, that is int we are converting that object back to value type like this, and this is called as unboxing. So and this is nothing but a difference between unboxing and boxing. Now there is one slide, that is value type difference and reference type difference. Now if you guys recollect from my video, that is types in C# video, so in that video I have shown you, or maybe I have explained you these 4 points, that is difference between value type and reference type, and this 4 point I have discussed in a very great detail. I have explained basically in a very great detail, but at that time I have told you guys that this 5th point, this is related to boxing and unboxing, and that is why at that time I have not explained to you guys that this point, what this point really means. Now you guys are aware of what is boxing and unboxing, so that is why you will be able to understand what this point means. So we will read that what it says. Basically this difference between value type and reference type, that is 5th point, that is implicit conversion to a type it inherits from is performed indirectly through a tedious operation called as boxing. So that is what we have just learned, that is boxing is done, what boxing does, that it converts its value type to its reference type implicitly, but it is a very tedious operation. So that is what the difference between value type and reference type. And in contrast what reference type does, they supports directly implicit conversion to a type from which it inherits and does not need boxing to be performed. Now what this point means, because we know value type are inherited from indirectly or directly from object class, but in case of this reference type are nothing but object type only. So conversion in between object type, there is no need of performing this tedious operation, that is boxing. So that is why there is no need of boxing here. So that's why, and that is what the difference between this value type and reference type. Now again, what this 6 point means, that is they does not permit definition of parameterless constructor. We will be discussing that when we will learn what is constructor in C#, what is classes, object and everything. So don't worry about that for now. And let's just quickly see summary. Implicit conversion is done automatically in C#, which is managed by CLR. Okay, and explicit conversion in C# needs to be done manually by developers, that we have all seen just now. Okay, and boxing and unboxing is the process of converting value type to reference type and converting that reference type back to the inheriting value types. So that everything we have just discussed now, and that's it for today. And in the next video of this tutorial series, we will be learning what are the common operators, or what are the different operators in C# that we use. So till then, stay tuned and thank you.